Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton forged pendant, mini pendant, called the Henry with a chamfered shade. This is the 184251. Lots of other Henrys. Check them all out. Let's talk more about this one. The size of the fixture body is going to be the distance from the bottom of the fixture to where the rod starts, and that's going to be 9.2 inches high. This is coming in at 10 inches in diameter. The overall height, now we're talking about the distance from the bottom of the fixture to the actual ceiling. You have an adjustable range, and that's going to be 11.6 to 56.6. If you need this to be longer than the long, let's say you need to come this in at 89 inches or 110 inches or something like that, drop me a quick email, tell me what you're looking for. You're going to say you're looking for the 184251. You need it to be X long, a solid number. I'm going to take your email, send it through Hubbardton's Customs Department and Engineering. It's going to come back to us with an answer. A little more time, a little more money, but we do customs all the time. Not going to be able to make it any shorter than the 9.2. Actually, I take it back, shorter than 11.6 because the body is already 9.2, and that's pretty short. You know, you can use this as a semi-flush. We're going to have this in our semi-flush section on our website. It's a great fixture to have for that. I think it'd be very pretty. How Hubbardton does all of this is using these interconnecting rods, and what they basically are, you have a rod with threading on each end. You have a connector that has threading on both ends. There's actually another end there. I'll take it out. Take that. It's that little guy right there. And you just put them together with different sizes to attain the overall height you're looking for. You're going to get 3 pieces of the 12, 1 of the 6, and 1 of the 3 just to begin with, okay? And if you do, custom lengths, what happens is we have to have more wire and then just order another kit of these parts to get even longer than that. Okay, moving on from there, why don't we talk about how we put this together. So, if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on this side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say, click here for installations, instructions, PDF. So open that up for me. It's going to show you a full parts list. It's going to show you lots of great information. It's going to show you basically how we put it together. And how we do put it together, you're going to take a couple towels and you're going to put them side to side on a counter, and you're going to measure out the parts getting to the length that you want to get to coming down. Remember, it's overall height. You're going to lay those parts out, and you're going to snake that wire through each part one by one. Once they exit the canopy on this side, right there, you're going to put these all together and just screw them together, and you guys are good to go. Canopy up on the ceiling is 5.5 inches in diameter, round canopy. It's going to go over your 4-inch junction box. This is slope ceiling adaptable to 45 degrees already. There's a knuckle right there built into the top. You can't even see it, allowing it to be slope ceiling already. So no customization to do that, which is awesome. Okay, and you can also see, there's line drawings on those installations instructions that show you the inside of this. So take advantage of that if you guys can. Okay, so why don't we talk about a couple things beyond that. So on the finish for this, you're going to have 2 pull downs, right? You have a pull down that says choose the finish for your fixture, and then choose the finish for the accent. The chamfered shade is the accent on this, so that's something you need to realize. You can do them in the same finish. You can do them in 2 contrasting finishes if you want. The little rivets that hold them together, one to the other, those are always going to be in brass. It's a little detail you should know. Okay, let's get into what's inside of this. It's going to be using Hubbardton Forge's medium base socket, porcelain socket. Takes a regular bulb. It's very user friendly. You can go up to 100 watts if you want to for an A19 bulb. Actually, any bulb is fine that can fit into this because the chamfered shade is pretty big. But as far as incandescents go, heat generated by an incandescent bulb maxes out at that 100. If you want to go LED, it's totally up to you. You can put in whatever you like. This is a A19 LED. Okay, it's kind of cool looking. These are easy to get. I got this at like an Ace Hardware store. Some of you guys might want to go and get like a snazzy Edison bulb. Isn't that cool? This will look cool in there too. This looks great in all the Henrys, just by the way. You can get these in all kinds of different equivalents. You can get them, this is an incandescent version. You can get them in this LED version. I don't think many of you are going to be using a good old-fashioned white plastic versions, but you might. You never know, because it'll be hiding up in that shade anyway. You can use that. So these generally max out about up to 100 watt equivalent for an LED. If you want to go brighter than that and you're okay with going with a bigger bulb, this is a A20, and you can get possibly 150 watt equivalent to 200 watt equivalent out of this guy if you want to. I always talk about the color of light coming out of bulbs. You've probably heard it a million times from me. 2700 Kelvin is super yellow. That's like a setting sun, or like an incandescent bulb that you dim down. That used to be kind of the beginning of LEDs, the norm for warm white, but that's kind of moved out of the picture a bit, and now 3000 Kelvin is basically warm white, and that's the light that's coming down on my hands. It's a really nice, warm, almost like an incandescent light. People who walk into our showroom don't know the difference on these bulbs above us. They think they're all incandescent. If you're out looking at bulbs and you see the word daylight on a package, beware, that is not a warm setting sun. That is a hospital waiting room light color, and that's like a blue light. So that's going to be 4,000, 5,000 Kelvin. So really keep your eyes peeled about all these things. It's a dimmable fixture. Make sure you buy dimmable bulbs if you guys are going in that direction. So I would suggest probably maybe a 60, 75, 100 watt equivalent LED that is dimmable. Let's get into finishes now. If you're on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over on this side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a tab. It's going to say Finishes Help Guide. Click on that for me. There's going to be a video on there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton forged finishes and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be talking about a chart a little farther down on the page. You'll see it next to me here. It's going to kind of go over the differences between heavy forging and non-heavy forging, and it'll be talked about in that video. So it's really important that you kind of watch the video, use the chart. You can click on that chart on different things. So you can click on dark smoke and a big page will pop up and show you lots of different things in dark smoke. Click on burnished steel or natural iron, it'll do the same thing. But it's really important that you understand how Hubbardton Forge's finishes are kind of divided into translucent and opaque, and how they can look on different fixtures. Our showroom in Vermont has we're up to 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a What's on Display page. It's way up there in those red tabs again, so click on that and you can see what we have to show you. That changes all the time because we're always adding things as they come out. Showroom's open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. We have an amazing clearance center here too. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. If you were coming to visit us, bring a good-sized vehicle, something like a big SUV or maybe a small truck or something like that, because you might find something in the clearance center that you want to take home, and it's a lot of fun to go through. 75% off MSRP is an amazing bargain, so you should really take advantage of it if you can. Like I said, we're open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You can call us at 802-446-2400 during business hours. You can email us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all the time. We love to answer emails. When you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont, and we're the only dealer with 90-day returns and no restocking fees. No one else even comes close to that. Some larger items are non-returnable. We'll always tell you about that. It'll be in the description thing, that part of the description underneath on the very bottom. So keep an eye out for that. We also offer a rush program. Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. They don't stock anything. That's how you're going to get all your finishes, your adjustable ranges to play with, all those things. We can cut that time in half, and it's super inexpensive. If you want to know more, drop a quick email and I can walk you through the whole thing, okay? So if you guys have any other questions, let me know. Love to see you in our showroom sometime, and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.